Hey y'all, it's Melissa at Messy Missy Creates. I'm going to make some pockets and tags with you today. And stick around because I have a very exciting announcement that I will tell you in just a minute. And I was planning on making some, let me get that paper out. I was planning on making some more tags that go with, oops, sorry, I was right in your eyeballs, that go with my current journal. And I may still make a few of those. But something has changed my plans, and I'm going to make some more summer kind of beachy themed pockets first. And I'll tell you why. Because Allison at AJ's Inspired Life is coming to pick me up, and we're going to stay on the beach in Pensacola, Florida, together for a few days. And so I am so excited that we finally get to meet. And I know that yeah, I'm just so excited. I'm like over the moon excited. And so I couldn't wait to tell y'all, and we decided to tell you in a video because we're going to try, we want you to have enough time, because while she's here, we're going to try to make a video somehow. We're going to be staying in a condo, so I'm not sure how. Obviously, I won't have my current setup, videoing setup, but somehow or another, we're going to try to make a video and have, like, we thought it might be fun to have like a Q&A. So what do you think about that? Maybe just sitting chatting, or maybe if we can make the overhead view, like this view, work, we can journal together. That's what I'm shooting for, but somehow or another we'll film a video, and hopefully it'll be a Q&A. So be thinking of questions and put them in the comments, or you can put them on our Facebook page, but the comments would be fine on this video or her video. She's also putting out a video today too. And so anyway, so I wanted to make us some beach theme and some, different little summertime. I've already got a few of them. Now, these don't necessarily match. I mean, they don't match much. This one I planned on using in July, or giving to Allison anyway. But, like, this one's not going to match either one of our journals. So I'm trying to find some way to use some of the colors in the two of our journals, and I'm kind of struggling because I don't have some of her colors, and you know what my colors this month look like. They look like this. So I haven't figured out how to turn those into summertime. Well, I mean, it says summertime, but I mean, like, I have some of this type paper with waves and something that's a little more beachy. So we're going to make some kind of beachy and tropical theme tags. So this paper might match my journal. It's kind of a red, I don't know. It's a pink. It's a deep, deep, deep fuchsia if it's not red. It probably looks red on the camera. And then some yellow I think would be fitting for either of our journals. And then maybe I can actually use some of these papers. We might, I don't know, but that was what I was thinking I would do today. I've already kind of gotten a head start. These are, the ones, like I said, the ones I've already made. They are from a 12 by 12 paper. And what I do, I've already pre-made the bases, so we could spend more time decorating and less time cutting and scoring. So this is a 12 by 12 piece of paper. I cut them in 5-inch widths. You can do 4 if you want. I did some 4-inch. I just am not folding this one down. I made these 7 inches tall. These are 7 by 4. So they're taller is a new word. Taller and narrower. Yeah, taller. That's what that means. So these are a little wider, and they're 6.5 inch tall. I scored at 6.5, and then I put it short side in and score 1 inch. what that does is it gives you a pocket and a tuck. So like right here, we have a pocket and then you have a tuck. Now, obviously I need a shorter piece of paper for my tuck, but I may or may not make the tuck part. That could be a photo from the day. It could be a piece of ephemera from the day. It could be whatever. But if I come across something that looks good, I'll make a little tag or something to slip in there. So anyway, those three are already made. And then I did the little strip. Instead of leaving it white, I did, I had these little strips that come in the paper pads sometimes. I was able to find a couple of those to use on these. This one is perfect because it's got bathing suits and sun hat and sunglasses and flip-flops and all the things. This one just has sunshine and rainbows and says summertime, and it has little waves. And this one is kind of a seashore with shells. It has a pink strip across the front because I pulled out the pink, but I think I may redo it and do one with blue. I'm not sure. Let's get into it and see what we're gonna make. I've got these two already started because I got out my bicycle paper again, even though it's red, and I used that for July because it's red and blue. It also has a yellow basket in it with flowers. I don't know if you can see that. But I thought, because there might be an opportunity for us to like rent a bike and ride the bike around the beach. I don't know. We will see when we get there. It's been a long time since I've been to a beach. It's been a long time since I've walked in the sand. So we're going to see how that goes. Because it's very sugary white sand. Oh, excuse my stool. Squeaky stool. And then this one I thought was pretty. This just kind of looks like ocean life, you know, under the water. And this one I really want to do because it's got seagulls. So I really want to do this one. So let's see what kind of combinations we can do. And I'm going to start with these because I already have the papers cut. So what I do is I have my base and I cut a strip out of a 12-inch piece of paper. I cut a 5-inch strip and I cut it 4 inches tall, and it fits right under there. Now you can sneak this one. I did it at 3.5 because I had a smaller piece. It just does fit under that lip. So I would do 4 if you can. And then this piece is a 5-inch strip. It came off the same piece of this, and I just make it 2.5 inches tall. And then you just glue them on. So let's do it. And then we'll have to find a tag for it and all that fun stuff, right? So where did my glue? Let's see, glue paper. I have plenty of it, don't fear. Because I am going to put these on, let's see, that one I'm thinking about using on that. I'm going to leave that little strip there. But right now I want to glue these down. I'm going to use glue stick for this part of it, and then for the strip I will use, and to glue the pockets together, I'll use my art glitter glue. But anyway, yeah, what would y'all ask us? You know, think about, ooh, I got a strip of glue on the, let's see, and you want to put your papers on, you want to line them up at the bottom. Let me do a better job. You want to line them up at the bottom. And because the top doesn't matter because it's going to have that flap. But you want the bottom to be pretty flush. Now, I don't know why there was glue on that. Well, I guess because there was glue on my glue paper. And so you want to put that piece down before you glue that flap down. And you want to glue this piece down before you glue this pocket shut, right? So let's not get glue on the top of this one. But what questions would you ask us? I don't know how personal we're going to get. So obviously we have right of refusal, but let's see, this has waves on it. I know you can't see it, and I can't figure out which way it goes, so we're not going to worry about it. And this one just a line at the top. But I thought about, you know, like our history journaling and crafting, and, you know, how long we've known each other, how did we meet, how did, you know, all those fun things. Let's see, what other questions might you have? Well, that's why we're asking you, because we can't think of questions. So we may have some, you know, of our own that we, you know, just happen to volunteer, but information. But, okay, so this one, now I'm going to glue the pocket closed. I'm going to put the glue on here, not on here. Oop, well, I did put it on there. I'm not going to put it on this side because I don't know how high to go up. This side I know to go until the fold. And I'm trying to put it as close to the edge as I can. That's why these fine tip nozzles, whether it's art glitter glue or another type of wet glue, the fine tip nozzle is so handy in stuff like this because you can get such a fine bead of glue. And I was sewing ruffles a little bit ago, and I stuck a straight pin straight into that finger, and it is so sore. It didn't bleed much, but it is sore. I mean, it went straight in. It didn't just, yeah, and it went in pretty deep. I'm just very accident prone lately, apparently. And if you're right-handed, do the left side first. Now this one, if you want, you can add your extra glue to make that little tuck tighter. You don't want it loose because gravity will let the thing fall out. That one has a little bit of a pucker in it. I'm not real sure how it got a pucker in it, but it has a little bit of a pucker. Let's see if we can, nope, we just made it worse. That's okay. So then, and you don't have to fold this down, or you can leave it white. I mean, this one I might leave white, and you can put something, you know, marker or write something across it or whatever. I haven't found anything that has struck my fancy yet that I'm just dying to put across there. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't decided. I have that little strip. I don't like that one. I don't particularly, that's not wide enough. This one I did because this strip was wider. I did a 1.5 inch fold down. That's why this one is 6.5 inches tall instead of, I'm sorry, 5.5 inches tall instead of 6. Because that little paper strip was wider. So if you know you have a paper strip, like this one is not a full inch wide, I could have reduced my fold down to like 3/4 of an inch. You just score it wherever you want it. So I could have done that and just didn't think about it. So let's put this one on, or together. I'm going to put that up there. We're using glue stick right now. And I thought, you know, I was kind of, oh, I'm getting it all over the sides of, I'm pushing too hard, I think. I'm like gluing with force here. It's like brute gluing, right? Yeah, and you definitely don't want any glue there because that will make your tuck stick shut. So I'm going to, I don't know that I like this up here. I was trying to incorporate some yellow, and not just, I didn't want this one to be red, white, and blue. And it has a little bit of yellow in the basket, so I found this piece of paper and I thought we would try it. It might look better with red. I have this little piece of red that we can try. But this is kind of a reddish orange. And that actually might look better. And then what about like a yellow tag? Well, I have a yellow tag right here already. We could see how that would look, and that would probably look better. These are my little 3-inch strips that come off my journal. I sure do hate to use that because I love this side of it, but that red does look better. I'm going to do one with yellow and one with red, or we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to use yellow. Because yellow, see, okay, I'm getting on the edges and I'm pushing too hard. Do it gently. The glue, it's hot here and the glue is mushy. So, I mean, even though it's not, we got our AC fixed. They came while I was at the clinic. I had to wait for them to get here. So I was late to the clinic. Oh, I have some other news. And I was pretty excited about this. They told me at the clinic, they had sent me an email on Tuesday and I didn't get it. But Wednesday when I was at the clinic, they told me that every month they pick a Rockstar Volunteer of the Month. And that I was the Volunteer of the Month this month. So that was exciting. And that was fun. So with that came, you had to submit a photo, and it goes out to the newsletter to all their donors and sponsors and supporters, and, you know, where they also give like statistics, you know, how many patients we serve that month and all that good stuff. So, that was, that's pretty exciting. I was honored because there's a lot of volunteers there. And I was honored that they chose me. So, but there was a questionnaire and it was like, I was trying to fill it out. It had to be turned in by today. And, I was trying to fill it out last night. I didn't have a lot of time to do it. And, anyway, so, yeah, that's right, because I chose this because it had the yellow in it. That's right, and I cut it down specifically to get that yellow, as much yellow in it as I could, so that it would tie the yellow in with the blue and red. So I forgot about that. So let's get this glued on. I think I'm going to glue this with the art glitter glue, too. Sorry about my reach. And this definitely has a top and a bottom. Okay, why are you... Okay, now it's coming out. Didn't want to come out for a second. Definitely has an upright. And I usually try to cut it just a hair short so that it has a teeny tiny little white border around it. So that's what that one looks like. So now, even though this one's not wide enough to be, we could use like a red. This is a reddish orange, but we could use, no, I know what I can use for the pocket. Let's see if I have it. Have another one of these. That's perfect. That works out perfectly. So there, that looks beachy. Well, if we get to do the bicycle. Now, y'all, I have not ridden a bicycle. I think I just said that. I have not ridden a bicycle, and if you don't know, I was paralyzed 4 years ago, and I'm not going to go into that story. You can hear it wherever else on my channel. But in 2021, I was paralyzed, and so I've spent 3.5 years in PT and all that getting back. I walk with a cane now. Around my house, I walk without any assistance, so that's great. But when I'm out in public or around small children or around animals, dogs, that sort of thing, because they can knock my feet out from underneath me. So I haven't practiced walking in the sand yet. So I told Allison, I said, if I fall down, just roll me down to the beach and put your beach chair beside me and I'll be just fine. So anyway, okay. So where did our tag go for that one? There it is. So we have those 4. So anyway, but yes, I'm very excited to meet her. I have not met her in person. I will, I imagine it will be loads of fun, whatever we end up doing. I was looking to see if something struck my fancy on this little strip, and I don't think that this one, that I don't want the floral. The Sweet Days of Summer we may use on one of them. Here is a larger one. a larger one. It doesn't match really. I mean, it has a lot of coral in it. What about the popsicle ones? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Here's hot dogs, hamburgers. That's not really beachy. That's more barbecue-y. We will figure it out as we go. So for this one, we need a tag and we need a strip. So we will find one for that one. If I have to, I'll cut that one down and use that one there too. But I really don't want to repeat. Well, now, honestly, this one, if I cut this inch off, this one has more blues and greens than it does the coral, like the flamingo and whatever. So that just has like flip-flops and the green and blue bathing suit. And it's got blue in the rainbow. And so that wouldn't be too bad. Let's use that one. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. And then I'll have, what, 5 of them done. Now, to cut an inch on this one is very tricky. I'm trying to think of where that... I'm tempted to... No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to cut just right at an inch. Because I don't want to cut off the bottom of that bathing suit. So I'm not going to cut this one short. Now, you know what? That was probably sized to fit in on the outside of one of the... I didn't even think about that, but that's okay. So I'm going to do that. It is a little larger. I don't want to cut any more off of it. So we're just going to roll with it. And I need to cut it right. Let me find my pencil. We need to cut it right about here. And so we will do that. And then glue that one on. And then all we need is a tag. And I'm not keeping that little itty bitty scrap. I'm trying to think. I have some little ephemera packs too. I don't know if I have summer ones. I have some retro ones. I wish that bathing suit was a hair higher because I'd cut it down. But I'm gonna put the glue on here because what I don't want to happen is if I put glue on the edge and it hangs over that bottom, then it will glue that bottom tuck shut. So I'm not going to put the overage at the top. I'm going to put the overage at the bottom. There. That looks like a beach scene. Sort of, kind of. So now all we have to do is find, maybe we'll use something green on this one. That would be fun. I don't know about that color green, but, I mean, we've got some, like, aqua green in there. But anyway. Okay, so what do we want to do next? We are doing pretty well on time. I want to... I also have this paper, which I thought might make a good tag. Oh, I know what I want to do next. I want to make the seagull one. And these 4-inch ones are nice because you can just take a 12 by 12 paper pack and cut it into thirds, and then have your papers, your pocket, and then your papers. But I need to. That's my scoreboard, not my cutter. I need my arm out and my glue stick moved. I need to cut this strip off. Now, I know that you probably can't see this bottom where I'm measuring and lining it up, but it's all good. I can't scoot the cutter up anymore because of that drawer right there. So, okay, this is definitely directional. So I'm going to cut a 5-inch strip of this. And we'll put that piece in the extra pile where I have the rest of them. Because I may make 2 of those. I'm still trying to figure out what oh no, I think I know what I would use. Okay, I want a 4-inch piece. I want a 4-inch piece to go here. Now, do I want to do the same at the top? You can do the same and then find some other little strip. Or, like I said, leave that border white. Let me make... I don't know. What do I want to put on top? I'm almost thinking that I use the same... I could use... I don't think this is going to look good with it. No, it does not. What about that beachy scene? No, the underwater scene. I think that would be better on the bottom part instead of the top. I don't know. That looks pretty good. Huh. That's not bad. I mean, they come from the same paper pack. So they're bound to be close to, you know, matching. Okay, so let me cut a 5-inch strip of this. And then we can decide. I'm using my paper, y'all. So at some point, we're going to have just a white piece right here. And that's going to kind of stink. But I'm going to cut a 4-inch piece because I want this on the bottom of one pocket. So I can put this on the bottom. I don't know if I'm going to make it on... Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. That's really pretty. Okay, hold on a second because I may have changed my mind. Now let me do a 2 and... the top needs a 2.5 inch piece. So let me see if this looks good here. It does. It also... I mean, it's the same colors. It also would look good here. Let me cut another 2.5 inches and see what we get. Now we're left with almost a solid white piece. So I could do this one on here, or what I was thinking might look better, oops, is this one on here and this one right here. I think that might look a little bit better. What do you think? So let's do that. And then I want to do, I have been trying to find a reason to use some of these papers. Now, I do not do pina coladas. I don't like coconut. So there's that. But this, I think, is going to fit. Oh, it's not going to be centered, and that's going to drive me crazy. Now, how do I make sure there's no way I can make it centered? Because 5 inches is going to be right here. Let me put that up there. 5 inches is going to be right here. If I cut off a hair of that, it would be... Okay, just don't look at it. Just don't look. Just do it. Right? Just do it. Let's do our 4-inch piece. I'm just happy you get a whole one of the things in there. Now, this will look good with, you know, that, do you remember the umbrella paper from the last one? And, you know, I don't know if I have that one here or not. Let's try one of these brighter colors. I have like, this would make a good tag maybe, or I could do the background with that. Or I was thinking this yellow pineapple that I'm not showing you. This one. That might work on the back, or that might work for the tag. Let me try this one for the back, because I don't know. This one says sangria, Mahiti, margarita, or Mai Tai, I'm sorry, margarita, limoncello. I don't even know what that is. I mean, I can imagine, but anyway, so I'm gonna cut a 5-inch strip of that. So just on the chance that we, you know, get a little beachy, and because I know that there's, you know, like I said, I'm not a drinker, but, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to cut a 2.5 inch strip. Well, I cut that to 4, so 2.5 would leave me 1.5 inches. Well, maybe I can use that so I don't waste it. How's that gonna look? That's gonna look good, I think. And then if we could do like the yellow pineapples across the strip or as the tag. So let's put that one in that pile. And then let's play with this colorful one, because I don't know, but I'm going to attempt to see if I can make this one work in my journal, since it's so bright colored. It's very summery. It's not as beachy, but it's summery. And I have this whole Bold Summer paper pack that I got at Michael's last year. And there was a couple papers in it that I loved. And you know that happens, right? I mean, it happens to all of us. Okay, here we go. And then you end up not liking some of the other pages. So this is a good way, I think, to get them in smaller doses. You know, in smaller sections. They're not so overbearing. See, like that little piece right there? Let me see something real quick. Oh, I wish I had not cut that like I did. I want to know where the umbrella one. Oh, well. I'm going to cut this at 5 inches. And then cut it at 2.5. And we'll make this the background. Or we'll see how it looks as the background. It's okay. It's not bad. I think there's another pineapple one in there. And there's definitely one that just has lemons. That might look better. There's one that has like these type of drinks. I'm going to just try to use them. Even if it's just for pretend. I did not mean to do that. So I've got 1 inch. I got in a hurry and I cut it 5 by 5. So I will have 1 inch strip to go on one of the other. I don't like it on there, but it might go on there. Ooh, it might go on here. Hey, that doesn't look horrible. You can't see what it is, but it doesn't look horrible. I want to find, I have 2 that I have not scored yet. So let me show you how I score them. Oops, I knocked over a whole pile of ribbons with my scoreboard. Okay, so this is a 12 inch by 5 inch piece of paper, piece of cardstock. And it's not very thick. It's just the Hobby Lobby. I think it's their heavyweight brand, but their extra heavyweight brand, if you can find it, is really good. But let me bring this down where you can see, and I'm going to score this at, I think 6.5. What did I say, 6.5? Yep, 6.5. Let me make sure that's closed so I can really butt it up against there. 6.5. And I'm going to turn it to the short side and cut it, trim it, score it at 1 inch. Now this is where if your strip was smaller, you could cut that strip down to like, you could score it at 3/4 of an inch or 1/2 of an inch. I probably should have done that on one just to try it. Now also make sure before you, that it lines up, because you want your papers to line up pretty well. Oh, I hear a choo-choo train. Okay. So, let's see. And we have another one that we can do. We also can do some of the 4-inch ones. We'll do some of those if we have time. I'm going to go ahead and score this one just like I did the other ones. I can't get that under there. Why is that not going under there? There we go. So 6.5. And turn it around. And this is the one where if you want to cut or you want to score at, well, if I want to score at a 3/4 of an inch, I would have to do it. And I might do that. I might score it at 3/4 of an inch and see what happens. I barely can see my 3/4 of an inch. So this one's going to have a smaller flap on it. I need to keep it separate. But I want to fold it, or, you know, burnish it down. And then I want to burnish this down as well, so that it lays flat. And let's get rid of the scoreboard. Lay it next to all the ribbon I just knocked over. Because honestly, I have ribbon. Okay. Just as an idea. This is too small, but see, you could use a ribbon. I don't have it open, but I have some wider ribbon, like my chicken ribbon. That would, no, see, that would be the inch. So if I make some with chickens, I can just put the ribbon across there. So that's an idea. If you need, you know, if you need ideas for what to put across your strip. Where was I going with this one and this one? Oh, I was going to make, well, I can always make some more for my journals. Let's finish up some of these beachy ones. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Darn. On that bicycle one that I already glued down. Let's see, which ones haven't I? Oh, I had cut this for one of these. I think. Yeah. I don't have a top for it. This one has a top. It's ready to be glued. Unless I find something else that I like better. This one probably would get this background again. Or maybe I use that as the strip across. I just would need to cut it down some. I was going to, I think, on this one, try this background. Because this paper goes with that. It's the same paper pad. That one, and that one is all the same paper pad. That doesn't look too bad. So if I make another one with bicycles, I will use that paper. I don't know what else I would use that paper for. I don't use it as a base in my journal because it has foil on it. And so, it's hard to write on for. I mean, you can make journaling spots, but you know. So I still need a tag for this one. I need to glue that one down. That's going up there. This one I'm pretty sure, let's do these first. Because I'm pretty sure about these. They're really pretty. So let's do these first before we run out of time. I also was making some ruffles. And I didn't know if any of this would match. This is kind of like a denim, almost. I don't know. I think I have some, I have some like lime green would go with maybe this, whatever we put on this one. Oh, I know what I have. I haven't finished making it yet. I have this one. I actually have a fabric that has limes on it. So yeah, maybe I'll use that one. So let's, and again, like I said, these are not going to match my journal this month, but it's all okay, right? is all good. We're gonna make a match or something like that. I think this is how this goes. Line it up at the bottom. And again, this is a 5x4 piece. And we're just lining it up at the bottom, getting all that glue out of there so it doesn't stick down. And then we're going to glue this one down. This is a 2.5 inch by 5 inch piece. Can't seem to pick this one up. There we go. And this one you want to line at the top. So I'm going to flip it over so that I can see it because it's just white on white. Okay. And yeah, so have you thought about any questions you want to ask us yet? Oh, I didn't glue down the... Let's do this first. I gotta glue down the pockets on that one. Skipping here. Why am I skipping? I quit pushing so hard. Now I'm skipping across it. This is the seagull one. I definitely want to do a couple of these. Because that is, I mean, obviously we have them here. I just assume that everybody has them, but that is one thing we will definitely see. So I wanted to have that. And this is just kind of like a underwater coral reef sort of look to it. Real soft blue tones. I think it goes, well, it's going to go whichever way we glue it on. I think it goes this way. So we're going to line it at the top. And there we go. Perfecto. Yeah, I actually went to Spanish class last night. I have missed a lot of them lately, either between family being in town or, you know, when my father-in-law was sick and all that. And I missed a lot of classes and wasn't practicing, so I have fallen behind in my Spanish class, but and I haven't been practicing at it like I should, and I know that, so, you know, I know that I could be doing better, but we've had a lot going on, so I'm giving myself some grace. Little glue here, little glue here. So how is, are you making pockets with me? I know that some of you have made them and posted them in the Facebook group, and I love seeing them. And doing such a great job. I mean, some of them are so, all of them are just gorgeous. So, if you make them, you want to post them in the Facebook group, I'd love to see them. Okay, I did not get that paper on straight. That's probably too late to do anything about it. So, just a little glue here. We're going to glue down this little tuck. You can omit this flap. I mean, it's just a pocket, you know. It's a pocket with a tuck. I just like the band. I liked it because when I first started making them, I'm just trimming off that extra because I didn't line it up right. So I don't want that part sticking over. You can see it. Okay. So I don't know what band. Honestly, on these, I think I'm going to leave them white. Because I like the white against the background. So other than pockets, we're going to call this done. I know what I was going to look for. I was going to look for that umbrella paper. because I think, well, no, this one's ready to be glued down. This one is already glued down. It just needs a pocket. Let's see. I know I had pulled one of the umbrella papers. See, we have lemons. And these pineapples are pretty. Maybe these are prettier than those, but I'm not a huge foil. I mean, these are foiled and they're pretty. I like foil. I have a foil machine. I said that to somebody the other day. And I can't remember who it was. And they said, but don't you have a foil machine? Like, well, yeah, but yes, I have a machine that literally foil. It's for foiling. Here is a blue and white that does not match. That one would match. Not so much. This is not this paper pack. This is not this paper pack either, but this would match as a tag maybe. I don't think I have any of this pulled. We might use that as a tag. But I was looking for that umbrella paper. This one right here. And I like that. I like that one, but these are fun. Little pineapple drinks. I guess I could have made some of those. Here's some just blue and lemons. Here's some strips. That would be wide enough. You know what? Let me pull one. Because we might just need some, just some basic yellow or basic blue and white strips. Here's that paper, but I know I had pulled one. I'll pull another one. These are like the little umbrellas that you get in a drink. And then I also have these cut aparts that I think I'm gonna use as tucks on some of these. Use in the tucks. Let's see, where are we at on time? Okay, we've got to hurry. So what was I gonna use this one for? Oh, I thought about using it on the back of here. That's why I was, well, let me pick this up. That's what I was going to do with it. So, let me cut a strip of that. I have buried my cutter. Oh, no, I didn't. I thought I had buried my cutter. Anyway, or, you know, well, I could cut this one at 4 and make this the tag for that one. Okay, that's apparently what we're going to do. Because now I've already put a hole in my paper. Shoot, I think I meant to do that at 4.5. I did. 4 is a little, we'll use it though. Let's do a 4.5. Because we want... I think, well, yeah, 4.5. 4.5 might be pushing it. What are these? Oh, I still have this one I haven't glued together. I got a mess. What is this one? I keep using, oh, it's 4 inches. Okay, so 4 is right. 4 by, I think it's 4 by 6. Or 4 by almost 6. Yeah, 4 by 6. So I need to cut this one to 6, which is great because that makes 2 tags, right? Because it's a 12-inch piece of paper. So let's see where we can use these. Now put my paper to the right, and I'm not going to remember that it's there. I'm going to look to the left. I didn't glue this one together. And I didn't glue this one together. Huh. I keep hearing a song in my head. If you like pina coladas, I hope it doesn't rain. Hey, that one looks kind of cute with that, doesn't it? I mean, it's kind of doesn't have anything to do with. There's the rest of that strip. Okay, I have been looking for this because that would be fun on that one. Okay, squirrel, where did I go? Where was it? What was I trying to find here? I have, let me put this tag back in here before I lose this one. And then I do need tags for these. Those are finished. Okay, so these are glued but need tags. These are not, I've got tags, but they're not even glued yet. So let me glue these. I jumped the gun on the tag part. I lost my glue paper. It fell on the floor. So I get another one. And there is that. So, I'm running out of time, and I wanted to finish off some of these. This one we already have a tag for, so we might as well finish this one. So line it up at the bottom again. Oh, way off, way off. Okay, slide it around. Let me make sure. Oh, I got glue all over my fingers. There we go. Needs to come that way just a hair. Not that much, just a little bit. I must have cut that one a hair wide. But that's all right. But it gives the recipe on here for a pina colada. I wanted to see what this looked like on the background though. And that does look cute. I guess it doesn't matter which way they go. That does look cute, but we're going to use it as the tag. So this one is going to be the background. And this is a good way to use up some paper. It's even paper that's overwhelming or by itself is not your favorite. Like this one and this one and this one and this one. I don't know when I'd use those. Now is when I'm using them. That's when I would use it. So it's easier when they're broken up into little bits rather than using the whole piece of paper like on a journaling page or whatever. And close that pocket up. And close up this. Oop, we got glue overage. We almost glued something we didn't want shut. There we go. So yeah, don't forget to put, if you're still here, don't forget to put your Q&As down there. And, I mean, your questions to the Q&A. And let me see if that, I think that's going to fit perfectly. So I'm going to glue on here, 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 and a little bit in here. And this is just a piece of that. I know it's a piece of a different paper, but it's the same paper pad, so you know they match. And then we're going to use the little umbrellas as a tag. What do you think? Okay, I still have to put that one together. I still have to make tags for, so I can put that one in the done pile. I don't know, you know, if you want to put ruffles at the top of, I have a couple out. I don't have a lot of orange, unfortunately. This gave this a whole different look to me, but that's okay because I can pull in like something with this color maybe, or that's the same. So I can pull in a different color. What I was going to do was to show you also, like, I wanted to do some of these cut aparts. And we're just going to scoot all that out of the way because I am running out of time. I never have enough time to do all the things I want to do. So, but that's par for the course, right? I think I already have this cut up somewhere. And it never lines up right. Have you ever noticed that? Mine never do. The top and the bottom never quite line up. I want this one. Or these two. I don't know if you can see them. But I'm trying to hurry and I'm trying to see. So, this Endless Summer one is... I know I have that one out, and I'm gonna definitely use that one this month a couple times, or heck, I can use that one in October. But this one, I was made for summer days. I was not, by the way. Yeah, this Enjoy the Ride and Fun would be a fun one to slip up underneath that bicycle one. We're not going to roller skate. I do draw the line at that. So, Allison, if you're watching, we're not going roller skating. But look at that. Isn't that kind of cute on there? So, there's something to do with you cut apart. And then you can always journal on the back. Now, I could have cut that fun off and put it somewhere else. But I'm using it to be the tuck right now. And always look on the bright side. That one can go... Oh, that one can go here. That would be cute. Oh, though it's going to hide the... I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of stinky, but it hides the wording, but it's still cute there. And then Endless Summer. Well, this one can go on... This one could go on this one or this one. Let's put it on this one. That one's super cute. And then... you also could just glue something on. Oh, that summer banner would be perfect on there, on one of them. Yeah, so you get the idea. And always look for rainbows. It's hot. It is hot. Actually, it's not too bad right this second. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay, this one's going right here. Summer Smiles. We haven't found a... tag for that one yet. No. I could use this paper. I didn't make any of the 4-inch ones. But same theory, just, you know, same song, different channel, whatever. I was going to show you one that I've already done. I did these in a video back in the spring, and I didn't use them, but, and I just punched a little hole in them. That's what the 4x7s end up looking like. So if it fits your journal size better, then by all means use that. So, you know, if this fits, and you can make it any height that you want, obviously. So I am unfortunately going to have to sign off here, although I am going to make this... what did we say we want? 4 inches. I'm going to make this tag for this one. And then there's an extra tag. So, and then I can even use, oh, can I push it into an orange? It's an orangey red. I think that's pushing it. I think I need something green, or I have a tab punch. Wait a minute, have an idea. Where did my orangey red piece of paper go a minute ago? I have stuff strewn everywhere. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Oh, I hate to do that. Don't flip it over. Okay, so you can either do a little... I don't have like that color green. I have yellow. Little, oh, that was attached. You can do a little ruffly one, but I'm gonna do one of these because I like this color with this paper pad. And it's because it's kind of a, like I said, it's kind of an orangey red. And we're not going to pay attention to what's on the back side because I love that quilted look on the back side. But this will be cute because it'll add that little bit of orangey red on there. And that'll be a cute little pull tab. Oh, I have way gone over time. So anyway, all right. I have a mess. But we have, okay, I'm just going to glue it on. If you've hung with me this long, what's another minute, right? Some of you are long gone, and I totally get it. Some of you, and I have to watch some of these videos in pieces. I mean, like other people's who are long, you know, have long videos. Sometimes I have to watch them in like 15, 20-minute increments. But I do like watching them all the way through because you never know what you're going to miss at the end. But anyway, this is, so that one's cute. That wasn't the direction I was planning on going with the beach waves, but that one's cute. We have this one. We have this one. So if we go for a bike ride, now again, like that one fell out, I can always go right under here and tack some more glue and make that a tighter pocket. We didn't get to the tags on these. We did on that one. And we got this one finished other than a little tuck. I've still got to make the tags for these. I'm going to leave this unless I find some really pretty ribbon or something like that. I'm going to leave these white. And, oh, we have this one over here, which has just starfish and whatever. And, yeah, so we did make a good number of them. And these can be tipped in this way. They can be written on the back, or they can be glued in. However you want it, they can be tipped in from the top. However you need to put them in. But I didn't get any made for my current journal, although I will use some of these because we're going to the beach. Yay! We're going to the beach, and I'm going to get to meet Allison. So, yeah, drop us your questions in the comments, and I can't wait to see what all you have for questions for Allison and myself. And, yeah. And definitely go watch Allison's video, too. I know she's posting today as well. And, hey, this looks cute together, right, squirrel? That would make a cute card or a tag. But anyway, all right, y'all have a wonderful day. And my next video, I think I'll have one more video for you before our trip. And then we will hopefully get to film while we're together. So y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I look forward to seeing all your questions. And yeah, I look forward to my trip. So y'all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Y'all, bye y'all.